What's up everyone, Kawaii here, and welcome to my playthrough of Hatsumira from the future Undying. This is part 2 of my Hatsumira playthrough series. If you haven't seen part 1, you could play this link in the description down below. But yeah, we'll pick up where we left off back in part 1, so without further ado, let's get to it. Alright guys, here we go. So last time where we left off, well, it was the beginning of the game where we got to meet the two main characters, Yukikaze, the dragon girl, who was revealed to be the leader of like a resistance force, and Ichiro Mimori, who is the main male character of the series. He is a Japanese Imperial Army pilot that has been isekai'd, that has somehow ended up in another world. And where we left off was Ichiro was in prison with Yukikaze and the dragon people, and when suddenly the base came under attack, so now it looks like Ichiro is gonna join the fight soon with Linshin. So here we go. Ooh, that's what the zombies look like, huh? Woo. Okay, well, you're doing good so far. Oh, damn! Yeah, Ichiro with the katana! Yep, Ichiro to the rescue. Aren't you being a bit careless there, Gaffer? Can't be all these wankers down with just my fists and make it back in time for brekkie, now can I? So I got my blade back from the lizard, Mrs. Also, I must say, I like how they made, I do like how they made Ichiro ripped. Just like Yuji, and Haruto to an extent. He is ripped. I mean, but then again, that is obvious. I mean, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't let you... I mean, they don't look... I'm pretty sure the Imperial Army wouldn't look too kindly at those who are too skinny or too fat. Do you really need to ask? You can see how many enemies there are, right? If we don't stop them, they will end up killing innocent civilians. I refuse to stand back and watch. Are you sure about that? It doesn't look like it. I'm probably partially responsible for this raid, so I have to clean up my own mess. I don't see how that could be. I don't care about Wisla or Fistula or whatever, but I have to teach those fools a lesson. They chose the wrong man to pick a fight with. I'm not fighting for you or the Lizard Princess either. This is all for the innocent women and children on the home front. I'm not trying to earn your favor. I'm not blind, lizard. Yeah! Damn. Shut your ugly gob, Foki. Watch this. Ooh. Is your katana really doing anything? There's no end to them. What are these bleeders? They're swarming like ants. Never heard of them, but I can tell that they have no souls. Damn, bro. Ever heard of Night of the Living Dead? Did Night of the Living Dead even come out? No, wait. Did Night of the Living Dead even come out during World War II? I don't think so. Okay, never mind. Even when I blast a bogey into Swiss cheese from over 300 meters away, I can sense the pilot's soul leaving his body when my shots pierce his vitals. But I don't sense anything from these things. It's like chopping firewood. Ugh. First it's lizards and now the dead are walking. What a proper mess I've ended up in. Oh well, if they're already gone for a Burton once, no reason to worry about sending them back for another one. I don't need to hold back now. No respect whatsoever. Hey, old man! Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Is that thing also a Zangi or whatever? Whatever you say, but isn't that one a tad bit big? Yeah, he might be a problem. Orc, pork, whatever it is, it's not playing fair. It's got even bigger jowls than you. Li Shi is just using every opportunity to talk, to roast Ichiro. Gotta love it. Wait, what did you say? Don't give me that smug look. Did you seriously just question the strength of my spine? I see. You really said it. You know, Gaffer, when an officer questions their troops' mettle in the Navy, it usually means the regiment's for the taps. It reminds us that even though we're charged to our doom, we will never bow down. Arrgh! Quit your measly winging. We can handle one measly orc. It's just a lumbering hunk of table muscle. Bigger doesn't always mean better. The era of battleships is already over. Aerial combat is the future. Oh, did that do any good?
で、バカ正直に真正面から突っ込んで、本当にぶっ飛ばしてしまったと。
And here we have Yukikaze again with another stunning outfit, I must say. God damn.
多くの顔面に飛び蹴りを食らわせたかと思えば剣を突き立てしがみつき耳から手を突っ込んで奥歯を引っこうとしておりました。
Damn, he did a fucking number on that zombie orc. Well, I guess we have Li Xin to thank for that, for roasting Ichiro, for challenging his honor and his morale and his determination.
その結果がこれか。
Look at that! Look at that! She even look at that same look, the way she crosses her arms, that look of concern. That's that's Yumiko. That's definitely Yumiko. I think Yumiko has that same pose. Yeah, this has to be confirmation. Shut up! I was the last man standing, so I won. Oh, fuck. Sounds like that orc did a number on him. I mean, all you need to do is just put some healing magic on him, right? It shouldn't matter if he's a human or a dragon, right? We have about as much in common as chalk and cheese. Ugh.
そうやって憎まれ口叩けているうちは大丈夫だ。死にゃしない。つか、あんたまあ随分とボロボロだね。よく生きてるもんだ。人間ってのも案外しぶといね。
感心しておらんでさっさと直さんか。
あいよ。そんじゃ痛かったら言うんだよ。ほれ。ほう、耐えるじゃないか。ほれほれ。
Oh, I probably should have done that a little bit softer.
ギャーギャー叫ばれてもかなわんが、普通に耐えられてもつまらんな。お前、名前は？
Ichiro Mimori.
ミモリ。お前はつまらん。
I guess that's a compliment.
なあ、一郎よ。お前、命が惜しくはないのか。
The life of a Navy man belongs to his country. If the sacrifice of my life could save the life of an innocent civilian, then it's my job to survive until my duty is done.
確かに。じゃが、それはあくまでも建前じゃ。軍人とて国民であり人じゃ。命の価値は変わらんじゃろ。
Pride and propaganda isn't that the basis of military operations? Like, isn't like even like a rebel alliance like yours? Shouldn't that run on a little bit of pride and propaganda too? Does it really matter? If it's possible to speak your mind here, that just proves how peaceful this country is. Yes, this must be heaven.
おい、一郎？
In my country, nobody can talk as they bloody well please anymore.
おい、しっかりせい、一郎！いるさ、どうなっておる？
気を失っただけだよ。内臓の位置を戻して傷口は癒着させた。魔法の相性もいい。すぐに治るさ。はい、次の患者。
I lost both my parents in a fire when I was little. After that, my relatives took turns at looking after me, but I was nothing but a burden to them. I was a loudmouth, feisty kid, always getting into fights. My guardians and teachers all said that I was trouble, and I'd never amount to anything. Well aware of these facts, I knew that I'd never grow up to be a decent adult, and that I'd never be able to die a decent death. I don't know why, but I feel like I'd known since I was in diapers that my future was bleak. I always dreamt of spreading my wings, of soaring through the skies, dreamt of doing some good in my life. And one day I looked up in the sky, my legs buried knee deep in the mud of a rice paddy, to see a fighter plane fly overhead. It looked as free as a bird. I immediately knew what I wanted. I wanted to soar on my own wings one day. I was sure it would be wonderful. Alas, I was but a child. I had no idea that planes were destructive tools of war. All I thought was that flying one of them would turn me into a hero, or at least into a better person. So when I saw a recruitment poster for the Imperial Navy Air Cadets, I feel like my dreams could come true. I poured my heart and soul into my studies, and my relatives were happy to have a troublemaker like me taken off their hands when I finally left home. The result? I lost my youth to the war. I don't know if I was fighting for a just cause, or whether or not I had made the right decision. All I knew was that there was a war, and that Japan wouldn't survive unless we fought in it. Little did he know, Japan wouldn't survive in it anyways. But as soon as the sun sets at the end of each day, wars too inevitably come to an end. Really? Pretty sure wars are fought during nighttime too. Well, I guess not air operations, but I don't believe I was born in the wrong era, and I don't claim to understand what war really is. All I know is that war is not something we should pass on to the next generation, the children of tomorrow. If there is anything that somebody like me, a kid who decided to become a serviceman instead of an adult, can leave behind for the next generation, I'm sure it's peace. That's why I can't afford to lose. Even if I die, I refuse to lose. So we got Ichiro's backstory quite early, I must say. Or maybe that's not the entirety of Ichiro's backstory. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that we might get more of Ichiro's backstory later on. I kind of hope so, because, you know, for a main male character backstory from the Grisaia devs, this was pretty short. Very short, in fact. But like I said, you might get more of him later on.
若造の歯ぎしりですな。
傷が痛むのかな。
昔の夢でも見ておるのでしょう。戦場で悔しい思いをした軍人というのは歯が欠けるほどの悪夢を毎晩見ますゆえ。
そうか。
面白い男です。
ふむ、嫌っておったのではないのか。
立場上、得体の知れないものを嫌うのが私の務めなれば。しかし、軍人としては立派すぎるほどに男が出来上がっております。おそらくは、こやつの国の軍隊とは、力はもとより、心の鍛錬に重きを置いたのでしょうな。
It sounds like to me, Lin Shin, you're just being a little tsundere.
軍人とは核あるべき。とでも言いましょうか。そういった訓示を骨の髄まで叩き込まれておる様子です。むしろそれ以外の全てを捨てているようにも見えます。それを立派であると称えることはたやすいですが、裏を返せばこのような若造に国を背負わせる非道にも思えます。若者の純粋を利用しているとは思いたくないものですな。
戦争とはそういうものじゃ。国の代表が公国に反旗を翻せば多くの国民を犠牲にしてしまう。それを嫌うがゆえに私は王国を飛び出し反公国同盟バラウールを立ち上げたのじゃ。
この臨神めもまた同じ思いがゆえに姫様について参った次第なれば。
Well, I guess it's not a game from the Grisaia devs if there's no war talk.
分かっておる。
ともあれ、犠牲になった兵たちを弔わねばなりませんな。ゾンビ兵に噛まれた兵は亡骸を焼いてダビに付さねばゾンビ兵になり、いずれ我らの敵になります。
一郎は噛まれておらぬのか。
幸いなことに。
そうか。
このものをどうされるおつもりですか。
わからん。わからんが、この者が国へ帰る方法を探してやろうとは思うておる。
しかし、この者が真に異世界漂流者であった場合、我々にはどうすることも。
じゃが、私たちの戦争にこれ以上巻き込むわけにもいくまいて。明日になれば王都より呼び寄せた G7 ゴットも到着するであろう。先のことを講じるにしろ、ジーナが到着してからの話じゃ。
御意。
Alright.
急な召喚命令の連絡を受けたのが昨日の夜中。朝になるのも待たずにお城を出て、深夜初の寝台特急に飛び乗って、ストークスクリークから星車に乗り換えて、朝からお昼までずーっと揺られっぱなし。まだ地面が揺れてる気がするっす。
面倒をかけていることは分かっておる。
だから言ったじゃないっすか。必ず私が必要になる時が来るって。最初から私も連れてくればこんな面倒なことにはならなかったんすよ。
分かってはおるが、我々はレジスタンスなのじゃぞ。
So I'm guessing this is
関
Gina?
わらないで済むのなら、それに越したことは
She
ない
looks
じゃろ。
cute.
水臭いっすね。
Oh, yeah.
私だって
Wait, Nago.
曽祖父の代からお城に仕えてきた賢者の一族なんすから。おひいさまが立ち上がるのなら共にってのが義理とか人情ってもんじゃないんすか。
分かっておる。
で、要件は何なんすか。この王室賢者ジーナ・ナゴットをわざわざ呼びつけた要件は。
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Gina, but apparently the short for it is Nago. Is Nago.
伝令からは何も聞いておらぬのか。異世界漂流者の賢者。
あれって敵をか乱させるための偽情報か。異世界漂流者の剣となれば私が理由も聞かずにすっ飛んでくると踏んでの釣り餌だったんじゃな
Nah,
い。
it's legit, girl.
いや、ガチじゃ。どういうか、まだよくわからん。わからんからお前を呼んだのじゃ。
また語りじゃないんすか。長いこと異世界漂流者の研究なんてものをしてると、そういった輩に会うのも一人や二人じゃなかったっすよ。
それを見極めるのが貴様の仕事じゃろうが。
まあ何にせよこのジーナ・ナゴットにお任せっすよ。で、その漂流者様はどちらに。
Lowly.
こっちじゃ。ついてないで。
Oh, damn. Looks like Ichiro's been I guess getting some early morning exercise.
一郎、お前何をしておるか。
Strength training. Can't you tell?
アホか。怪我も治りきらんうちから何をしておるのじゃ。
Oh, you get kaze, don't you know? Getting swole. There's always a time to get swole, injured or not. We airmen pride ourselves in our physical strength. We need strong arms to pull the stick in the thick of the fight, and a core of steel to withstand the G-forces we endure in the cockpit.
ちょっと何を言っておるのかよくわからんが、とにかく安静にせよ。
My wound has already closed. It still feels a tad bit strange, but I'm not sitting around on my arse all day just to wait for it to go away. The only proper way to deal with it is to work my body until it forgets about the pain. I'll push myself until the pain becomes a part of who I am. That's how we...
海軍流か。
Exactly!
ジーナよ、紹介しよう。こやつが宣告話した海軍バカじゃ。
Right. I'm Ichiro Mimori, the Navy blockhead.
嫌味が全く通じんのか、お前は。
So, who's the bird with no hands?
私っすか。私は王室賢者のジーナ・ナゴットっす。
Nago?
いや、ナゴットっす。ジーナ・ナゴットっすよ。
That's too hard. You're Nago from now on.
じゃあもうナゴでいいっす。
Boy could just call him Gina. But nah, I guess he sells with Nago, huh?
というわけでおひいさま、あとは任せてほしいっす。
私が立ち会ってはいかんのか。
こういうのは1対1の方が話が進むんすよ。つうわけでどっか行くっすよ。シッシ
ルレーナ。私は犬ではないぞ。
Every organization employs specialists of some sort. Back in the Navy, we had medics who carried out physical examinations, as well as physiognomy, and palming experts. There were also phrenologists, a field that I hadn't even heard of before until I joined up. Oh god, what the hell was that voice crack? But apparently, they were experts in divination who were able to determine which kind of plane you're most suitable to fly. Those bookworm types tended to fire questions at us back to back, paying no attention to whatever or not we had actually understood what they were asking. In the Navy, we were expected to answer any question without a moment's hesitation, regardless of whether the answers were correct or not. Those who could not give immediate replies were deemed to lack judgment, and were thus unsuitable to be airmen.
なるほど。ちなみに一郎さんがこの世界へ来る時に乗っていたという航空機っすけど、今はどこにあるっすか？
I'm not sure of the exact location, but it's somewhere in a desert to the east. It can't be more than 2 days' walk away from where the lizard princess picked me up.
では後でおひいさまに詳しいお話を聞いて回収に向かわせましょう。
So you believe me?
まだ半信半疑っすけど、先ほど見せていただいた軍刀でしたっけ？あれは少し驚いたっす。私たちの世界にも金属はあるっすけど、これほど硬くて人性の高い金属は初めてっす。できれば少しお借りして調べてみたいっす。
I don't mind as long as you promise not to break it.
壊さないと成分分析とか難しいんすけど、まあサンプルがあるとないとでは全然違いますし、分かったっす。壊さないと約束するっす。
I wonder if there's some magic where you can like duplicate it perfectly and then just dissect the duplicate. But then again, I guess maybe that's I'm not sure if there's a I think that should work, right? For scientific purposes. I mean, it's not the original copy, but it should still work, right? As long as katana is his spirit, normally I would never lend it to just any bloke, but this is a special circumstance. Treat it with care.
いやー、それにしてもお話を聞いていると知らないことがわらわら出てきて実に興味深いっす。
Wow, she likes you.
これまでにも何人か異世界漂流者と話はしたっすけど、大抵は会話中に破綻したり、どこかで読んだ本の内容を自分の記憶として誤認しているとか、そんな感じばっかだったっすから。
Wait, quite a few suppose one. Oh, okay. Oh.
あとはお話の通りに航空機が見つかれば確定っす。
You know, I must say, Gino's probably the first person that likes Ichiru from the get-go.
興味は尽きないっす。熱なんていう質の悪いエネルギーから高効率で回転動力を取り出すシステム、発動機。これはすごいっす。
You know that, Ichiro? You're basically a scientist's
こ
wet
の世界
dream.
にも巨大な縄文や運河の水門の開閉に使う蒸気機関はあるっすけど、それよりも高温のコアから発生した余剰熱量はどうしてるんすかね。
I don't know much about them myself, or rather, I'm not sure how best to explain. The excess heat is expelled through an exhaust pipe system aimed towards the aft fuselage.
面白いっす。ぜひ実物を見てみたいっす。
Enough about me. Can you tell me what the bloody hell is going on around here? I've heard that I'm not the first bloke to have wandered into this world somehow.
ああ、はいはい。賢者マジーの話っすか？
Who's that chap?
もう600年も前の大戦当時の話だし、残された記録も大戦で大半が消失してしまったっすから、各地に残る伝承止まりで詳しい経緯や正確な記録が残っていないっすよね。
Of course, it's not some isekai world if there's not some mention of like some great war that happened, that supposedly happened hundreds and thousands of years ago. Well, I guess just hundreds of years ago. That's fine. Any information will do.
まあ話すと長いんで簡単に説明するっすけど、はるか昔この世界を作った大賢者がいたんすよ。
Oh. Was that Maggie? Maggie?
あ、いやいや違うっす。マジーとは別の大賢者っす。
Sounds complicated. Does that other sage not have a name?
ないっす。大賢者様は大賢者様。 この世に比類するもののない存在っす。だから名前が必要ないっす。まあ地方によっては大賢者様は2人いるって説もあって、アルティマナスとインティグラスって名前があったりするんすけど、
Interesting.
一郎さんに耳慣れない名前が増えるとますますややこしくなるので、そういうのはこの際無視して、最も基本的なお話で進めましょう。
Sounds good to me.
つまりこの世界を作った大賢者がいて、ある日世界の進化を憂いだ大賢者様がこの世界の進化の指針を指し示すべく異世界より賢者マジーを召喚したっす。
Whoa, simmer down now. I'm not quite sure I follow. So, this godlike being created this world, but then why would she suddenly start jumping up and down over the dollhouse she built?
だから進化っすよ。言い方は悪いっすけど、育ちの悪い我々にイライラしたってことじゃないっすかね。で、異世界からの強制的なテこ入れっす。
And that was Maggie?
そうっす。賢者マジーのおかげでいろいろなものが発展したっす。教育や流通、さまざまな発明、もちろん兵器もどんどん進化したっす。そしてその結果が600年前の大戦争っす。急激に進化した世界はそれを受け入れるだけの余裕がなかったんすね。各種族間のいがみ合いの種を生み、破壊と混乱を尽くす結果となった賢者マジーは再び大賢者様の手によって元の世界へ返されたと言われているっす。
That means...
一郎さんがどうやってこの世界にやってきたのかはわからないっすが、大賢者様なら一郎さんを元の世界に返すことができるかもしれないってことっす。
I see.
そうかってあんま喜んでないっすね。帰る方法があるかもしれないんすよ。
I'm still not sure if I can believe in a fairy tale like that.
伝説といってもそうふわっとしたものでもないっすよ。その大賢者様の末裔が今のアークジーンの王族だと言われてるっすから。
But there's no conclusive evidence?
証拠ってわけじゃないっすけど、ジーンブラッド、つまり王家の血族は寿命が長いんすよ。だいたい800年ぐらい生きるっす。
Do the common lizards not live as long?
そうっすね。普通は200年も生きないっす。
So the royals live 4 times longer, huh?
王家の血族と結婚して血の契約。まあ簡単に言っちゃうと王家の血を物理的に体内に取り入れる儀式なんすけど、それを受けると王家側から寿命を半分受け継ぐことになるっす。
Interesting.
今いる王族の分家筋は過去に王族から血を与えられた血族っす。かくいう私ジーナ・ナゴットも過去に王族から血を分け与えられたナゴット家の一族っす。
Damn. Drinking blood for a wedding. Oh, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox would love this. So, can you turn into a giant lizard too?
いや、まあできなくはないっすけど、ちょっと小さいんすよね。
Oh, let us see it. Let us see it then. What do you mean?
王族の血を受け継いでいるとはいえ、ナゴット家は分家の分家、孫分家っすから、
I don't care.
おひいさまのような立派な竜にはなれないと、そういうことっす。
I don't care. I want to see your dragon form.
だがしかーし、竜王の血に覚醒して竜変身できるというだけでもエリートなんすよ。
Also, that sounds like some necessary bullocks to me, but basically, you reptiles have social classes.
まあそういうことっす。私は12歳の頃に竜変化できるようになったんすけど、家族で大喜びしたっす。
Awakened? So, it takes a special kind of lizard to grow wings and shoot fire, huh?
そうっすね。王族に生まれても竜変化できないものもいるっすから、そうなるともう結構悲惨っす。
I see. Anyway, enough about you lizards. Is this great sage that's supposed to be your ancestors still alive? If they lived for over 800 years, I could imagine that they might still be...
いやいや、生きているとか死んでいるとか、そういった物理的な存在ではないっす。もはや概念的な存在になっているというか、概念生命体とでも言うべきっすかね。
You lost me. I mean, kind of just sounds like the great sage has turned into a god or something like that, or like a divine deity.
例えるなら神秘的な存在というか、もっと俗っぽく言えば霊的な存在っす。
So, if I talk to this lady, she'd tell me how to get home? Where can I find her?
簡単じゃないっすよ。各地に点在するさまざまな種族の間に伝わる伝承を集めていって調べるしかないっす。
Oh, so... they're like Horcruxes or something. Where should I start my investigation? Is there a library I can visit somewhere?
そんなものがあるなら私がとっくに調べてるっすよ。各種族に伝わる大賢者の伝承は言ってみれば宗教的シンボルっす。それを異種族に伝えるということは神を売り渡す行為っす。ましてやかつては土地や水なんかをめぐって種族間紛争が絶えなかった時代を思えばとてもじゃないっすけど話し合いにすらならないっすよ。
So that's a wash.
そう、罪っす。でもおひいさまはまだ諦めてないみたいっすけどね。
So what's she doing?
今この世界を武力で牛耳ろうとしているのはビスラ公国っす。その非道なやり方は一郎さんも昨べ経験したっすよね。
Yeah.
ビスラ公国に恨みを持つ種族は多いっす。今ビスラ側についている国や種族もかつては公国に武力で制圧されて敗国の徒として公国に組みしている連中っす。それに対しておひいさまは戦いに敗れ家族を奪われた種族、土地を奪われ流浪を続ける種族、そういった者たちを集めて反乱軍を作ろうとしてるっす。
You can't defeat a powerful nation by scraping together a bunch of losers. Soldiers of a country that have already lost once have nothing more to lose. They would surrender immediately if you send them into battle again.
まあ私もそう思うんすけど、おひいさまもなかなか頑固でして、釘だけでは何もなせぬし金槌だけでも何もなせぬが二つ組み合わさば城が立つ。
I'm pretty sure you need more than nails and a hammer to build a castle. Unless you put some back into it, that's just a little bollocks.
簡単ではないことが分かっているからお城を出たんすよ、おひいさまは。
Taking the fight to them herself instead of sitting on her pretty little throne behind the front lines, huh? I like her style, but...
城のものにしてみればいい迷惑っす。
I can imagine.
とにもかくにもおひいさまの異種族間交渉がうまくいかなければ各種族に伝わる大賢者様の伝承を集めるのなんてのはまあ無理っすね。
So, everything depends on how well the princess can chat up the tribe's leaders, huh? You're right. This is a huge pain in the arse. Different countries have different cultures. Different cultures have different values. And when those values differ too much, it's nearly impossible to gain any level of mutual understanding. Conflicts occur even when within a single country's borders, or among members of the same family. Merely speaking the same language doesn't guarantee that people can reach an agreement. In fact, the ability to understand each other can lead to deeper enmities to fester. Even children who have no understanding of history are bound to experience this in some form. If two parties are unable to conduct a civil conversation, the only logical way to proceed is to have a third party act as a mediator. I'm starting to see what kind of role I might be able to play here. Woo! Damn! Well, that was a very exposition-heavy scene. But I understand, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because this is still early on in the game. There's still a lot of this world that we need to know about. And I think we have a good hypothesis as to why Ichiro was summoned to this world in the first place. It could be because of the great sage, of the supposed great sage. He summoned Ichiro here in order to kickstart this world into like a new age or something. So, yeah, but let's see if that hypothesis is correct. So let's do this.
何かというわけなのかはよくわからんが、とにかく犬族との交渉の席にお前も同席したいということじゃな。
Yuki Kaze in our pajamas once again. I like it. Yes. As a neutral third party, I can assist in the negotiations between the two tribes.
要件は理解した。しかし、一郎よ。それだけのことを言うために、このような時間に私の心情へやってきたのか？
Yeah? What of it?
ノックもせずに、いきなり入るぞと叫んで侵入してきた理由がそれか。
I announced myself before entering, didn't I?
わかった。交渉参加の件も含めて、もろもろ考えておくゆえ、今日はもう下がれ。
I also wanted to ask you for some information about the tribe that we'll be negotiating with.
それは明日でもよかろう。とにかく出ていくのじゃ。私は今裸ぞ。
Well, that doesn't seem like a problem. It's the same get-up you were prancing around in yesterday, isn't it? If I remember correctly, you said that you weren't ashamed to show off your body.
状況が違うと申しておるのじゃ。見せると見られるでは全く違うであろうが。なぜそれがわからん。とにかく出ていくのじゃ。
I don't know. Is it really that different? Oi! I don't get her. She seemed so confident yesterday. Why is she suddenly acting all bashful now? Maybe it's a difference in values? Intercultural communication sure is hard. Or maybe she has already or maybe she's already attracted to you. Maybe she's already developing feelings for you. She's already smitten, as they say. I guess we'll find out soon. But then again, I guess I'm pretty sure it is obvious that she will fall in love with Ichiro eventually.
Hi.
Who's this? Who are these two?
申し訳ありません。雪風ジーンブラッドの捕獲に失敗しました。
Uh-oh. So I'm guessing this is the enemy?
失敗の理由を聞こう。
町外れで拘束されていた憲兵隊員発見の遅れ。ひいては我が公国に非協力的な住民の多い地域で発生したことが根本の原因かと。
もっと小銭をばらまけ。その手の人種は自分より得をしている人間を目の敵にするが、わずかであっても身入りを見込める相手には簡単に尻尾を振る。人心は買える。買えるものは金で買え。金で動かない連中には力を見せつけろ。その程度の権利はお前にも与えたはずだ。
はい。
その後の雪風の足取りはつかめたのか？
いえ、確かなものは何一つ。ですが、隣接の地域に配置していた私兵団の一つが消滅しました。おそらくはその近辺が雪風一派の居留地である可能性があります。
そうか。
今夜中に捜索部隊を派遣します。
構わん。
ですが、
雪風一人を潰したところで反目の目がついえるわけではない。下手をすれば火に油を注ぐようなものだと説明したはずだ。
反乱分子は早めに潰しておくべきです。
目障りな存在を片っ端から潰していけばいいというほど単純な話ではない。私の父はそれで失敗した。一人殺せば犯罪者、100人殺せば英雄。小さな反抗勢力を見かけるたびに潰していてもキリがない。
Damn. Now that's... Ooh. This man's spitting. That's a great quote. Kill one man and you're a criminal. Kill 100 men and you're a hero. That's awesome.
奴らは害虫と同じだ。潰せば潰しただけの禍根を生み、禍根は倍速で害虫の数を増やす。であれば潰さぬ程度に嫌がらせを重ね、息切れさせつつも各地に根付いた反抗勢力を結託させ、一箇所に集結したところをまとめて叩き潰す方が効果的だ。
ですが、このまま放置してそれなりの規模にまとまられても面倒なのでは。
そのための嫌がらせだ。まずは水源を断って連中を干上がらせる作戦も進行中だ。
Uh-oh.
そもそも反抗勢力を集結させると言っても言うほど簡単なことではない。ましてや雪風は始祖竜族の血脈にあるものだ。竜族には過去その出自を名目に他種族を圧した前科がある。種族間の圧力というものは世代が交代したくらいで消えてなくなるものではない。そんな竜族の姫が今さら愛だ正義だと口にして一人奔走したところで簡単には耳もかすまい。そういった者たちは愛や正義こそが争いの根源であることを知っているのだ。そんな曖昧なもので世界を支えようとするから争いがなくならないのだし、そんな還元を口にする者ほど人より甘い汁を吸っている連中だと考えているものだ。
だからこそ我が公国は軍事力と経済力で他国を制圧する。
そうだ。反抗勢力が害虫ならば大衆は豚だ。餌を与え暴力で従わせる。そうすることで一番確実で最も堅牢な秩序が生まれ、恒久的な平和につながるのだ。
Seems like you're spoken like a true dictator.
不服か？
いいえ。ですが、皇王様はサイラス様のやり方にご立腹のご様子です。
たかが一度の失敗で随分と老いたな、父上。失敗を失敗のままにしておくからこそ家臣にまでその弱腰を嘆かれるのだ。
はい。
半ばで崩れた父の志を継ぐつもりもないが、父になせなかったことをなしてこそ男児に生まれし本懐というもの。悪しき古流の血を受け継ぎし、古き神の子を全滅させ、マジーの遺産を受け継いだヴィスラの民こそがこの世界の新たな支配者として君臨するのだ。
その時が来るまで私はサイラス様のおそばに。
ならば私の期待を裏切らないことだ。私がなぜお前のような女をそばに置いているのか、もう一度よく考えてみるのだな。
Ouch.
はい。
Now, why did such a cute girl decide to work for such an asshole like him? Guess we'll find out eventually. Well, that was a peek into the, I guess, the villains of this series, or at least one of the villains. Cyrus and Setsuna, although Setsuna I think it's kind of questionable if she actually like 100% supports Cyrus's ideology. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. Also, while it was another exposition heavy scene, that scene also kind of, you know, revealed that because of the dragon people's past, Yukikaze's negotiations might not go as expected. Cyrus might be right on that. But let's find out. Oi, Lizard, you don't seem to be flying straight. Are you sure we're going to reach our destination like this?
心配せんでも大体の方向は分かってるんだ。
A general idea is not enough. There are no landmarks in this desert. It's no different from flying over the open ocean. If your heading is off by as few as 2 degrees, you might just end up in enemy airspace before you know it.
確かに砂漠の横断飛行は失敗することも多いが、それゆえに好んで飛ぶやつもおらん。すなわち敵と遭遇する危険も低いということじゃ。
Sounds reasonable. This is why you pongos can't be relied on.
何か申したか？
I should have used the word pongos more often. I sure did. From now on, you will be under my command.
なんじゃと？
I'm guessing that means he's gonna start flying you again. Nago gave me geographical and celestial maps of this area, so I dead reckoned our flight route on this simplified chart. Increase your altitude a bit and slow down a little.
ちょいと言われてもな。
According to Nago's map, we should be able to see a large rock formation from here. But I don't see any rocks around here, which proves that we're off course. Turn a circle so I can calculate our drift angle.
なんなのじゃ。そんなに私が信用できんのか？
I can tell for a fact that we're off course. Just turn.
無駄なこと。
I see the rock. Use it as a landmark.
どこじゃ？
At 10 o'clock, about 4 clicks ahead.
10時の方向？
Oh dear. I gave you my watch, remember? Imagine the face. 12 o'clock means straight ahead, so 10 o'clock means to the left, at a diagonal.
どこにあるというのじゃ？
60 degrees to your left, on the ground. Do you have your eyes closed? Anyway, we've roughly figured out our bearings. Now, do 2 full circles. We'll be able to correct our course.
よくわからんが、言う通りに飛べばいいのじゃな。
I wonder how clocks in this world work. If, like, there's no, like, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, etc. Trust me. Proceed at 128 degrees after finishing your turns. If you keep flying straight from there, we will eventually spot our destination. Once we're above the village, we'll correct our course again.
私にわかる言葉を使わんか。
Yeah, come on, boy. You're in another world. She doesn't understand all this flight mumbo jumbo. Don't give it too much thought. Just do as I say for now. I'll teach you eventually. Now, can you tell me more about this canine tribe that we'll be chatting up? What kind of people are they?
どうと言われてもね。犬は犬じゃ。
So, dog people, wolf people, I'm guessing.
好戦的で支配欲が強く、落ち着きがない。昨日は忘れた。明日は知らない。今が楽しければそれでいいといった刹那主義。典型的な犬のじゃな。
The way I see dogs, they're intelligent, loyal, and submissive creatures that never complain no matter how hard you train them.
そんなもの、犬にもよるじゃろうが。
We're going to put things... Wait. Yup. I think that might be a subtle dig towards you. Maybe not so subtle. If you're going to put things that way, then could you just as easily generalize all lizards or all humans? Couldn't you?
道理じゃが、頑固者が多いのは確かじゃ。一筋縄ではいかん。
They sound like a tough nut to crack. Is it really worth the effort of trying to enter an alliance with that dog tribe?
犬族は狩猟民族じゃからな。山岳猟兵としての高い戦闘能力が魅力じゃし、まかり間違って 敵にでも回られては面倒じゃ。
Do you think they would attack you?
まあ絶対にないとは言い切れんな。
I see. The best way to deal with belligerent folks is to go all out on all fronts. It may take some time and effort, though. When I was doing my basic training with the Yokosuka Navy Air Corps, my instructor was a stubborn fellow. On the ground, he would whack my arse with a wooden baton. In the air, he would hit me over the head with one of the planks that were kept on board for emergency repairs. He seemed to despise me for my poor grades, but no matter how much he hit me, I just grit my teeth and bore with it, focusing my passing on my daily tests instead. One day, the very same instructor caught me reading a textbook after lights out in the only bathroom equipped with electric lamps. Naturally, he dragged me out and yelled that a soldier who does not sleep when he's told to is no better than a soldier that runs away when he is told to fight. However, the next day, his attitude toward me had changed completely. I still cannot say that he was nice in a sense of the word, but at least he stopped engaging in mindless violence during my lessons. After that, I understood that other devotion was the key to earning a stubborn man's respect. You must show that nothing is hard enough to stop you from accomplishing your goals. If you wish to change someone, you must first change yourself. I suppose I have to teach her that.
何か言ったか？
No, just talking to myself. By the way, I happen to notice that there's bugger all near the area we're headed for. Is there really a dog tribe village there?
いや、町ではない。犬族はすでに広告軍に土地を追われ、流浪の民と化しておる。
So they have no country of their own then.
正確な数字はわからんが、6000人規模の犬族が移動型生活形態を出し、虫の背中で農耕をしたり、家畜を放牧しながら暮らしているのじゃ。
Damn. 6,000 people without a home, without a country. Just wandering around. That's crazy. How can you be so sure of their present location?
先日、お前を砂漠で拾った日には、そこに犬族のキャラバンがあったのじゃ。何せ6000人規模じゃ。よほどのことがない限り、簡単に移動もできんじゃなくて。
That makes sense. If you had an air force that consisted of 6,000 planes, it'd take hours to get them all into the air, even if they started taking off one right after the other as soon as the operation began. That many planes trying to form a holding stack would create a huge traffic jam. On top of that, no small number would inevitably run into engine trouble after taking off. It would be at least half a day for the whole corps to mobilize. I see the village. That's our second waypoint.
どこにじゃ？
Straight ahead at 12 o'clock, around 8 clicks away. It's a rather large village. I can hardly believe you can't see it.
逆にお前は何故見えるのじゃ？
I guess all that time in the air really developed his eyesight? If I couldn't see something like that, I would have been shot down by the enemy a long time ago.
まあとにかくあれがコーディアの村じゃ。ドムトレット砂漠にある唯一の水源で。
Hey, it looks like something's burning.
何？火事か？
No, it looks like the fire has already burnt out, but there is still smoke rising from the village. It doesn't look like just a typical house fire either. There are black plumes coming from several buildings. It almost looks like it's been bombed.
ついにやりよったか。
What do you mean?
広告軍の仕業じゃろ。コーディアの村は砂漠の唯一の水源じゃ。あの村があるから犬族は長距離移動ができていたのじゃ。
They're cutting off the water supply.
砂漠で唯一の水源地を断たれてしまえば、もう犬族は雨水に頼るしかない。そうなれば、とてもではないが、6000人分の水を賄い切ることはできまい。犬族はもう砂漠を越えられん。移動できるのは、ドムトレット砂漠の西側に限定されてしまうだろう。
Shit. Whistler would destroy an entire oasis just to harass the dog tribe?
そ そういう嫌がらせを平気でする奴らなのじゃ。ビスラ公国という連中は。
I'm pretty sure the Imperial Army has done quite a bit of those back in World War II. Using underhanded tactics like that. You know, destroying water supplies, burning down whole villages. Pretty sure just the Axis power in general. It's true that breaking supply lines and destroying water sources are some of the most basic strategies of war.
コーデルの水源を利用するのは犬族だけではない。この砂漠を横断する物流のすべてがこれで閉ざされることになる。
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Now that I think about it, yeah, I'm calling those tactics underhanded. Probably not the right word. It's a very common tactic, I'm sure.
金属しか産出しておら
Or
ない。
like a very basic tactic.
砂漠の物流路が断たれればガス車を出す村もあるだろう。
Bloody hell. Hunger gnawing at your stomach is the worst feeling in the world.
今日明日で滅びるわけでもなかろう。
You can only say that because you have never experienced true hunger. You'd better not say that in front of any of your troops. It will affect their morale. Yep, easy for you to say, princess. You had a silver spoon during your childhood. If land transport is viable, can't you lizards deliver supplies via air?
できんことはないが、それなりの規模の輸送隊を編成する必要があるの。私の独断では決められん。
I'm not saying you should start a charity. Just do whatever you're able to do. You're able to. In times like these, you need every ally you can get, right?
戦力に寄与しないような少数であってもか？
You can earn the gratitude of small nations, you will reap the benefits of it after the fighting stops. World history classes have taught me that wars aren't over the moment a peace treaty is signed. The postbellum is perhaps more crucial than the war itself. Interesting. But it makes sense. What's wrong?
私の父と同じことを言うのだな。戦うだけが戦争ではない。戦争が終わった後こそ本当の戦いだと。
That's just the long-term view, though. Once two or more countries have aimed their weapons at each other's throats, the bombs have got to drop somewhere first. We cannot allow the lives of helpless civilians to be the cost of war. If the bombs are going to fall, then let them fall on me. That's what the military is for. Oh, you sweet summer child. That's what you were thinking when you left the country, wasn't it?
だが父はそんな私の無謀を嘆いた。
I don't blame the guy. His daughter, his own flesh and blood, is offering herself as a shield to block the bombs that would otherwise rain down on him.
すでに広国の拳は振り上げられている。さすがの私もその拳を一人で受け止めるのはいささか荷が重い。故に一刻も早く異種族間で連合を組み、ビスラ公国の拳に対抗しなければならぬのじゃ。政治や外交は苦手じゃが、そうも言ってはおられん。
Alright, I'm not saying that I will formally join your forces, but I'll stick with you for the time being at least.
今の私はアーク人の特使でも何でもない。ただのレジスタンスじゃ。交渉も簡単ではないが、それでも構わぬのか。
Getting these talks over with as quickly and as smoothly as possible is in my own interest as well. I must find a way to return to Japan as soon as possible. My own war isn't over yet. I must return to continue fighting. I have to get back before all is lost. In other words, get back before 1945. I'm seeing sweet Fanny Adams around here. Fanny Adams? You British people. Are you sure we're in the right place? There's tracks, but there's no caravan.
くどい。何度も言わせるな。ここで間違いない。先日来た時に目印にした大足型の岩もあそこに見えておる。キャラバンとは言うが、全長 1km はある虫の列じゃと。こうしてホイホイ移動している方がおかしいのじゃ。
If they've lost their water supply, they can't exactly stay still. I don't know what these dog folks are like, but I'm gonna guess they can't just magic water out of thin air.
それはそうじゃが。そうか。
Who is that? Oi! Lizard! We've got company! Get down!
慌てるでない。おおむね旅人がラクダから落ちたのじゃろう。
What the fuck? Huh. I've never seen anyone ride a bird like that before. Laz has got some skill.
いや、どう見てもあれは曲乗りの類ではなく事故じゃろう。
Look at the face of this ostrich. Oh my god, this bird is like he looks coked out of his mind. Good lord.
ああ、こっちに向かってきおるわ。
そこの旅人さん、助けも引っかかっておるきゃ。
Why are you coughing? Oh my god, I'm gonna make this. This is gonna be thumbnail for sure. Unless something better does pop up later on. Simmer down, you'll bite your tongue off if you keep this up. Did you just cut the bird in half?
相変わらず物おじしないやつじゃのう。すれ違いざまにダチョウの足を落とすとは。まあ、猫娘も落ちたがな。
I'm just surprised that Ichiro got his katana back so quickly. I guess Gina was already done with her studies or whatever. Are you alright?
大丈夫だにゃ。助かったにゃ、お兄さん。一人で立てるんでお構いなくにゃ。
That's a kukuri.
お兄さん、お名前は？
Well, rest in peace, ostrich. Rest in peace, coked out ostrich. Blimey, I've never been addressed by a lass holding a severed head before. It's a first time for everything, I suppose.
すまんにゃ。早く締めないとただでさえまずい肉がさらにまずくなるんやよ。
I've also never, I've never seen like an ostrich or like a bird beheading being presented in such a comedic fashion. Like, I've never seen it happen in such a comedic, like, tone scene. But, hey, I guess, first time for everything.
お兄さんが足切っちゃったからもう歩かせられにゃし、ここでバラすしかないにゃね。逆さにして血を抜くからそっちの足持ってにゃ。私はキュリオ、キューちゃんって呼んでくれにゃ。
My name's... Oi, lizard. What's with the scowl?
いいにゃいいにゃ。愚問だったにゃ。別に名乗らなくても構わんにゃよ。
Well... I see they decided to go with the stereotypical cat girl voice. And give her the stereotypical cat girl dialogue. Rife with cat puns.
トカゲさんは高貴なお生まれ。こんなしがない旅猫と言葉を交わす理由はないにゃと。ほんとこの鳥羽が多いにゃ。へいそっと。
And rife with Nia. Not that I'm complaining, I guess. You're cutting off an awful lot of meat there. Are you going to take all of that home to eat?
愚問にゃ。 ここにほっぽってトカゲの餌にしちゃうのももったいない。っておっと、高貴なトカゲさんのことじゃないにゃよ。野良の砂漠トカゲのことにゃん。勘弁してくれにゃ。
Better watch what you say, Curio. I'm getting the feeling you're a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic.
だってお偉いさんと喋る機会なんて私ら旅猫にはないんやよ。
Couple of sandwiches short of a picnic. Yep, that's definitely one for the books. Right alongside a couple of cans short of a six-pack. What did she say? Oh. Okay. Wait, Blackbeard? So, Blackbeard.
なんだそれ。トロってニャニさ。
I suppose it is a little manly for a lass like you. Well, since you've got black hair, I'll call you Kuro. It means black in Japanese. I thought you were gonna call her something else, like something a little bit more brash, a little bit more immature, like black pussy or something.
今日はどこ行ったんだにゃ。まあ犬と一緒にされちゃたまらにゃいし、それでいいにゃ。
Get it? Because it's in a black beard, you know, it's a woman, so it's black pussy. Okay, I'll stop. Black pubes. Oh, what is wrong with me?
私もみんなが褒めてくれるこの黒髪は気に入ってるしにゃ。見て見てにゃ。この気品あふれる耳、人生あふれまくりだと思わないか。
Rub the ears, Ichiro, rub it.
ああ、乾燥食べるにゃ。脾臓は薬ににゃるけれど、人間は興味にゃよね。
Bloody hell, slow down, will you?
ごめんにゃごめんにゃ。なんかさ、じっとしてるのが苦手。あ、リス。
A squirrel? Out in the desert?
冗談だにゃ。
Oh.
はい、これあげるから。
Wow, I've been debated too. God damn it. No thanks, I'm not one for awful.
焼いたり詰めたり結構使い道あるにゃよ。はあ、軍人さんってほんともったいないにゃ。
Yeah, come on, boy, you're a soldier. Don't you know the importance of protein? Right, right. Now belt up and let me talk, Blacktail.
なんだか聞くたびに名前が変わってる気がするにゃ。で、なんだにゃ。
Yeah, Blacktail also works too, I guess, since she's a cat girl. You know, continuing with the Blackbeard variations. I like that. I guess it is more appropriate than Black Pussy. You haven't seen a caravan around here, have you?
1km もある虫のキャラバンじゃ。
おお、トカゲ様が喋ったにゃ。ああ、ありがとや。やっぱここは拝んでおくべきにゃ。その辺どういうお月のお兄さん。
Well, I think it's fair to say that we might have the second character to take a liking to Ichiro right off the bat.
ああ、わかりやすくご機嫌斜めになったにゃね。お兄さんもこんなご主人じゃさぞ難儀してることだろうにゃ。胃もたれ大丈夫かにゃ。あ、この水臓胃痛にも効くにゃよ。
Don't just keep talking nonsense and messing around with bird guts. Answer me.
あれか。レディアキャラバンのことにゃ。それなら鋼岳の方に行ったにゃよ。
山へたわけたことを。虫の後は砂漠を越える方に向かっておるではないか。
それはサンドワームが通った後だにゃ。サンドワームが通れば砂原が割れて排出される砂で輪立ちができるにゃ。犬がキャラバンの痕跡をカモフラージュするのによく使われるてにゃ。
I see.
こっちを見るでない。で、お前はどうしてそんなことを知っておるのじゃ。
愚問も愚問だにゃ。失敬しましたにゃ。砂漠のオアシスであるコーディアが潰されちゃったからにゃ。あのキャラバン単位で必要な水源を確保するには山岳の沢が一番近いにゃですよ。自分 分で水汲みしてみればいの一番に思いつくことですにゃ。
貴様ら猫族は人を食った言い方しかできんのか。
ああ、まだ人は食ったことないにゃ。激うまなのかにゃ。
I can tell these two are getting along great.
言っとるそばからこれじゃ。
それが私たちのキュートなところだにゃ。そう思わにゃいか。
I guess I can't deny that. I guess she's right.
つらな。
答えは聞いてないにゃ。
Hold your horses. I understand how you feel, but it's hot enough out here without you breathing fire all over the place.
このまま鋼岳の方に向かえば砂漠が終わってそのうち虫車の輪立ちが見えると思うにゃよ。方法的にはだいたいあっちだにゃ。
What do you think, Lizard? This info sound right to you?
俗称の地名など知るわけなかろう。お前が指している山岳地帯はデボラ山脈のことであろう。
そうだね。ほら、あの山頂に薄く雲のかかってるとこを見るにゃ。
Kitty clouds? Is that a tower? Is that a tower?
そうにゃ。あの気色悪い塔が見える方に行けばバカでもたどり着くにゃ。
Understood. Thanks, Blackberry. Let's go. Blackberry.
ちょっと待つにゃ。
Oi! Don't grab onto me like that. I'm boiling hot out here already.
だってまだお礼をしてないにゃ。
And how do you plan on thanking him? If you're talking about the ostrich, I think we're square. You've given us some good info.
そうじゃなくて純粋に興味があるんだにゃ。それに私は旅猫。このまま砂漠で一人寝なんて寂しいにゃ。しかもロギンも寂しいにゃ。
Purse is looking pretty lonely. So you want money? Or maybe you don't want just money.
水は高きから低きへ流れる。お金もまた天下の回り物にゃん。そう回してなんと。ここは自然な流れとして一晩どうかに。
Oh, whoa, whoa. Huh, so you're some kind of brass then.
パンスケ
A brass door. In other words, a whore. Very upfront with it.
いいにゃいいにゃ。パンスケ初めて聞く語感。響きが最高にゾクゾクするにゃ。
Did you just accept whore as a compliment? What are you, Amane?
いいにゃよ。私お兄さんのパンスケになってあげても。
Don't grab hold of me like that. You stink of ostrich blood.
つれないにゃん。私たちの間じゃ血の匂いは最高の美薬にゃんだよ。興奮しないのかにゃ。
I don't care if you're in heat. Directions are all I want from you, and nothing else.
あら残念。上手にってわけかにゃ。
Well, I would criticize Ichiro for not tapping this since she's offering, but to be fair, I mean, they are in the fucking desert and it's scorching hot out, I bet. So, honestly, I mean, I wouldn't, not to mention the fact it gets really fucking cold in the desert at night, so. Plus there's sand everywhere. I don't like sand, it's coarse and grainy, and you know all that. So, basically what I'm trying to say is, doing it in the desert, I don't think that's optimal. Like, I don't think a desert is like optimal conditions for certain activities. And also, you got a pretty ticked off dragon princess here. Another reason why you might not want to take her offer.
ま、そっちの可能 女さんも今にも鼻から火を吹きそうな顔してるにゃし、今日のところは諦めるにゃ。
さっさといいね。
はいにゃはいにゃ。あ、そうだ、お肉いるかにゃ。取れたてグログロのやつにゃが。
Is it tasty?
さっきも言ったけどゲルまずにゃ。煮ても焼いてもまずいけど、まあ腹にはたまるにゃよ。
Yes, I'm sure you want many holes filled. I'm sure you know a thing or two about filling holes. Or getting holes filled. I've got an odd urge to give it a try.
妖精、腹を下すぞ。
Really? You want to eat ostrich guts? You'd rather eat ostrich guts than bang a cute cat girl.
彼女さん、
ゲにご立腹じゃ。
にゃん。
今のは私のマネか。
あまり怒るとまた鼻から火が出るにゃよ。ちょっと漏れてるにゃ。まあ、お肉がいらにゃいなら、せっかくだし旅の選別にこれあげるにゃす。
A gift? The cat girl runs a string through the ostrich's head and presses her lips to the still oozing wound. Wiping the blood from her mouth with the back of her hand, she holds the gory trophy out towards us.
ほい、どうぞ。
What? You're giving this to us?
旅のお守りにゃ。馬の首にでもぶら下げておけば魔除けになるにゃ。ここいらの動物はその血の匂いが嫌いだからにゃ。
Interesting. That's a pretty disgusting thing to carry around.
それじゃあにゃ。
Plus, they don't even have a horse. Throwing her stinking leather bag full of fetid meat over her shoulder, the cat girl starts to walk off.
ああ、そうそうそう。一つ言い忘れてたにゃ。
ん？
あなたの旅に星のご加護と血の祝福を。
Blessings of blood? Is that another charm?
そう、祝いでありおまじないにゃ。それじゃあお兄さん、今度出会えたら気持ちいいことしようにゃ。約束にゃよ。
A darkly mischievous smile plays on her lips as she turns away. She walks off into the distance, her grossly stuffed bag making horrendous wet squelching noises as she goes.
なんじゃ、あの陰銀無礼な猫は。
She was a traveler, right?
わかっておる。私が言っているのは、あやつこの砂漠で足を失ったにもかかわらず、不安な顔一つしておらなんだということじゃん。
Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't. They didn't. I don't think they really like ask her why she was like on a coked out looking ostrich in the first place, and just like barreling down the desert. Well, I'm sure she knows what she's doing. I could practically smell the cheekiness coming off that brass.
匂いっても。まあよい。キャラバンの行方に目星がついただけでもよしとする。早速移動じゃ。
Yeah, I want to get these dogs found by sunset. All right, I think that's where I'm gonna stop for now.
セーブするぞ。
But yeah, well, that was a very interesting playthrough of Hatsumira. We got a lot of exposition, a lot of world building. And we also got introduced to, I guess, 3 new girls, kind of. We got Gina, we got Gina, we got the cat girl, Curio, and we got Setsuna, who we do not know too much about. Actually, we don't really know that much of any of the girls, but yeah, well, Setsuna especially, because she literally only appeared for one scene. We didn't get like much backstory of her, but yeah, we didn't get much of her, but she is working for like the villain, the Whistler, the Whistler Empire or whatever. So yeah, and of course Curio is Well, she's quite the character. Then again, I guess this same could be said for Gina as well. Both are a little eccentric, to say the least. But yeah, it looks like next time we're gonna, in the next playthrough, it looks like we're gonna keep focusing on Ichiro and Yukikaze, and we might see them find this like dog tribe or whatever. Well, we'll see. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel, follow my Twitter, support, and Patreon links in the description down below, and I will see you guys next time.